Now that you've learned about claims, let's talk about the ways that authors support their claim with examples and reasons, and also how they use text structure to organize everything that they're saying. So you might have seen some text structures in the past that look kind of like these. Feel free to pause and look over them. And often when writers are writing a persuasive essay or text, they use cause and effect or problem solution. But there's another one we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk about that and use that a little more with our lesson. And that's called proposition and support. And so I wish that writers would always use the same word to refer to the same thing, but here they call it proposition, and that actually means the same thing as a claim. So with this type of organizational structure, the writer presents a proposition, which is their idea, their opinion on something, or again, their claim. And they're often arguing that one thing is better than another. So maybe you've read example essays about school uniforms. Should we wear them or should we not? In that instance, the author or the writer is usually writing that yes, you should or no, you shouldn't. And a lot of persuasive texts are like that this idea or my idea is better than the other idea. Then once they have their claim, they have to support it with examples and reasons. And so that looks like maybe statistics. So 60% of people, or did you know you see 6 to 10,000 ads a day? Giving them that information can be a really good way to support a claim. We're going to look at some specific examples in a mentor text in a second. Anecdotes are like stories. So maybe I've been through something or a friend of mine has been through something. And so I'm going to argue that because I've been through this, I know that you should do this. Or because my friend has been through this, I'm telling you, you should do this, what they did. And then expert opinions. So maybe you've heard things like 4 to 5 dentists recommend, or this professor of psychology suggests, well, we want to trust them because they're an expert. And so we want to trust their opinion. Over here, you can see some signal words that might indicate to you, someone's trying to persuade me about something. The author is trying to convince me that their claim is right. And so you might see words like opinion, hypothesis. They might even say claim. They might use words like logically or in support of, furthermore. Now, just because there are signal words here doesn't mean an author is going to use all of them, and it doesn't mean they're even going to use any of them. But they are often used to indicate, again, that you are being persuaded about something. So now that we've looked at claim and we've looked at how authors use text structure to organize their evidence and reasons to support their claim, let's look at an example text. This one's called That's Not Progress. Social networking has become a big part of our lives, and its negative effects can be overlooked. But mental health experts are starting to notice, and what they're finding is disturbing. Now, this is very common in a persuasive text for the writer to give you their claim right at the beginning in their introduction. So here they've told you that not only their topic, social networking, but they've also given their opinion that it is negative. So this author is trying to argue, persuade that social networking has a negative impact on our lives. Now, they have to build that argument by giving you lots of evidence and reasons to support that claim. So as the popularity of social media skyrockets, so do reports of Facebook depression. Like other kinds of depression, its common signs are anxiety, low self-confidence, and loneliness. So here it's giving you some things that maybe you would be impacted by if you were using social networking, right? So it's giving you a reason or example why you shouldn't. It also talks about more stress. It talks about emotional problems as yet another reason or example. Even talks about physical pain, right? Like being hunched over your phone or computer. It talks about how this can cause loss of sleep, which gives you more problems like a loss of ability to concentrate, problem solve, or even learn. Then the author gives what's called a counter argument and rebuttal. Now, counter argument is when they're trying to think, what is someone going to say to argue against me, to counter my argument? And so then they provide that with a rebuttal that says, even though they said this, I'm still right because. And we can often think of this as a yes But, and so let's look at their counter argument and rebuttal with their yes, but. So, not all experts agree with this analysis. Some point to the benefits of social media. She believes that it can help community. It can help identify youth who are most at risk for depression, right? So these are the best counter arguments to the claim that social media is negative. Okay, maybe there are some benefits. So yes, but, and here's the but, maybe so. In the past, however, young people found ways to escape from their problems. Now smartphones and other high-tech devices have made escape impossible. Is that progress? And then here at the end, the writer ends with a reminder of the claim. The danger of social media is that young users can eventually lose their ability to focus on what is most important in life. That is very common for a persuasive text or essay for them to end with the claim and remind you what they started with.